the Fox 29 studios, this is Good Day Philadelphia.
7:32. The Taiwanese exchange student accused of threatening to shoot up Bonner High School in Delaware County is now facing federal charges of possession of ammunition while in the U.S. on a non-immigrant visa.
And we know if he's convicted on these new charges, he will never be permitted to return once he's deported. His attorney said earlier this week that his client, quote, underestimated the impact of making a joking threat.
He apologizes for the harm that he brought to his fellow students at a school that he really enjoyed being at. He apologized to his parents for being disrespectful. He apologized to his country for letting them down.
So we have attorney Joe Marrone here to help us break down this case. And it's interesting because there was a message that he sent to another student where he said, I want to shoot up the school, and then put just kidding. And is that why the defense is just running with that and they're saying, hey, he was joking?
Well, I'm a little perplexed how the defense is taking it so lightly when there's more there than just a statement. There was a lot of evidence that was unraveled. The school found him accessing an iPad, trying to find parts to make an assault rifle. He came to school a month before with a high ballistic bullet and a video of him with a flamethrower. The biggest problem here is that they immediately went to the home and issued a search warrant and found many different forms of ammunition, over 1,600 forms of ammunition. They found an assault rifle. They found they found a weapon. It wasn't just a misunderstanding. And I think what people have to look at here is the real hero is this one student that he told that day who immediately went to the school administration, who went to the local authorities.
Who came forward.
Right. If it wasn't for that, I mean, I think you would have had a serious problem here.
As a defense attorney, this is going to be difficult. It's one thing to say, hey, look, I'm just joking here, but to have a cache of weapons to make the threats and then to argue, nah, we were just joking. That's going to be a very difficult case to defend, isn't it?
Oh, no question. I mean, it's more than just a misunderstanding. And the other thing is the host mother where this student was staying, she immediately ran home that day. This lady's an attorney, the host mother. She immediately ran home and gathered up some items that were in the bedroom and brought them to the attorney that she hired. So it's troubling to say, hey, what did she know? You know, what was going on? I mean, you had this teenager staying in your house, and didn't you know all these items? It wasn't just one little pistol. We're talking about a cache of weapons and ammunition.
But at this point, she's not facing any charges.
Well, we don't know that. That's why the feds picked up the case.
Okay.
Immediately, the local authorities worked with the federal authorities, and they lodged a federal charge. He's detained. He faces some significant jail time, and he's going to serve that time. He's not going to be deported until that's done.
Okay, let's talk about then with these federal charges that came down, the difference that makes. So what are the federal charges then?
So he was charged with possession of ammunition on a non-immigrant visa. Carries up to 10 years under the federal system.
Okay,
right.
And that combined with at the state level?
Well, the state level, he already pled. And the other interesting thing is they adjudicated this very quickly at the state level. He pled to terroristic threats. He was given 4 to 23 months and immediately paroled to the federal authorities. They took him into custody, which tells me the federal authorities are doing a further investigation. They want to know where he got this ammunition, where he got these weapons. What did the mother know?
Why didn't this just go straight to the federal level?
Well, because the student, the hero here, went to the school. They went to the Upper Darby Police Department, who immediately, thank God, took him into custody to prevent him from doing anything, and they contacted the federal authorities. Within days, the federal authorities began an investigation, and they picked it up.
So what I'm trying to understand, if this didn't go to the federal level, let's say the feds didn't pick it up for some reason, stayed at the state level, he got 4 to 23 months, would he have been allowed to stay here on that?
Well, he also agreed to immediate deportation. However, when he got back to Taiwan, he could have made application to be reinstated. And that was the troubling factor. So when the federal charge was lodged, and it's an overwhelming amount of evidence, that'll at that point guarantee him no return to the country. But he will serve time in this country before he's let go.
This is a case that still has a lot of layers.
Listen, the funny, I mean, it's not even funny. The shocking thing is that if this student doesn't go to the authorities, this Taiwanese student was prepared to do some serious damage to that school, and I think people were losing that as to what's happening here when the defense is more like this was a joke.
What could have happened.
Reminds you how important it is. If you see something, you hear something, you must say something.
Yeah, I think that's really the lesson learned here.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
See you, Joe.